What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. As you know, there is somewhat of a discrepancy or an issue between VLAD TV and Corey Holcomb. And it's really based on this premise that VLAD TV is coming out saying that Corey Holcomb is all about money. He asked Corey Holcomb, to come on to his podcast. He also called Corey Holcomb a liar, right? But according to Corey Holcomb, he was like, listen, I'm the one that's hot and popping right now. I've been in the industry, in the game. If you want to come to my podcast, that's fine. But, I'll come to your podcast. VLAD TV was like, look, I don't come to podcasts. In other words, trying to say that, Corey Holcomb, his podcast wasn't good enough or something like that. But he still wanted Corey Holcomb to come on to his podcast and kind of squash the beef with Ari Spears, right? And so, Corey Holcomb was like, number one, no, he's not going to do that. And he don't need to do that because, again, he wants to operate with the money that he's getting from his stuff, from his hard work. Why should he go and give it to VLAD TV? But Corey Holcomb said something that was very important, and I want to play that here. Outside of his criticism of VLAD TV, but let me play that here and I'll come back.
To people, and it's this is the difference. When people hear from a Caucasian person, they look at it different than when they hear from a black person about what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? But I believe I done built up my weight enough where I'm going to start taking advantage of some of these relationships that I believe I can put together. Like when I reach out to people, I get mostly positive feedback. I mean, I talk shit. But I'm saying I ain't no vicious man. I mean, but if your bra look like that, you really don't need to be getting no signifying match with me. You cannot step to the world. God damn it.
I mean, most people probably assume that you would mean, because birds are intimidating. So I'm sure they.
There ain't no such thing as a bird.
Yeah, what is that?
That's what you do when you eat a lot. You bird.
She looked like she be hitting him in the back.
She looked like she be hitting him in the back.
Said he dressed like he on the episode of Living Single. That's hilarious.
Oh, Moni in the middle. He's Moni in the middle.
So what he says there is very important. And I'm going to tell you why. This is very important because he said, listen, when white folks reach out to black people, it's different than when blacks do it. In other words, blacks believe that whites are more professional. They're more willing to do the job right. And I'm going to just tell you the truth. When you run a social media content business, it is a lot of work. And what they're doing is a lot of work. You got guests coming in. You need to have a certain level of sound there, tech. You're doing a live there. It's a lot of investment. And, you're dealing with black people, not always the easiest thing. So a lot of blacks, because of our issues that we've had with other people, like, the whole Ari Spears thing that happened with Corey Holcomb and all that stuff, we tend to want to not have a lot of collaborations because of, people's talking behind your back, people doing weird stuff like that. So then, people just kind of stay to themselves, right? But Corey said something profound there. He said, look, I done been in the game a long time, all right? I have connections in this game. I think it's about time for people to, for me to start leveraging my own connections in this and making this podcast or whatever it is bigger than what it is. Now, to be honest, Corey is on the road, a lot. And this show helps, with the bookings of that and things like that. He's completely independent. But what he said is very profound. Now I want to do that. Now he mentioned a few names, the lead attorney. And I happen to be watching the brother. I mean, I make, good money whenever I talk about Corey Holcomb. I think all of us that, reference Corey Holcomb in videos when the live show is over there, we should be over there donating, right? Because Corey's content has been good to us. So I went over there, I dropped some money. And he mentioned me. He's like, yo, O'Shea, I would love for you to come on, which I will. I got to find out how to get in contact with him. But this is what I'm talking about. Corey got a dope podcast. That show was crazy. 10,000 people there all the time, right? And there's no reason why he shouldn't be leveraging his hard work, his talent. Because what Vlad is doing is, let you tell he using somebody, come on to his platform in which he don't have no real talent. At least Corey Holcomb got talent. Corey done built his platform based off of his ability. You know, folks like Fresh and Fit and people like Vlad, they didn't build the business based off of knowing how the business works. And I'm not saying that Corey don't know how, obviously he does. But what I'm saying is Corey has built this business based off of him, his talent, his skill, his will. And if he got people, you know, he ought to benefit from that, because a lot of us wasn't thinking like that until I'm just gonna be real. We never really saw no black version of Vlad, you know. You can say Cheese TV, you know. If you want to say academics, but I'm talking about like on the level of Vlad, it's pretty much like Say Cheese TV is the closest person. But that's you know, we don't really see it like that. We don't see those kind of people coming in that will put that much money into the business, will put that much investment in the game to do the things that he's doing. We just don't rock like that. And we be having all the connections to do it. And like he said, hey, people, when I want to reach out to them, they favorable to it. And I'm gonna say this, right? As black people, we always thinking, oh man, they ain't gonna do this with me. They ain't gonna. You'd be surprised. If you do what you treating people nice, you know, you compensating them, man, black folks will work with you, bro. I'm gonna be real. My whole business, whole income has come off of working with black people these last 10 years. I didn't work for white folks all my life, right? My first 33 years. These last 10 years, I'd have made about 700% more money I did in the first 33 years. Working with the black community, working with Africa, working with black people in general. I got way more opportunity doing that. So why not? Because they gonna do it. If you don't do it, they gonna do it. Why let them do it? You see, we might as well take advantage of what we got. And he do got a lot of stuff. Folks love what he do. He have 10,000 people live, or between 8 to 10,000 people live. He getting super chats out the yin yang. Hey, he killing it right now. He been killing it. He been consistent, and he don't need nobody else. I wish other blacks thought like that. You don't need nobody else. Who do you need? We got what we need right now. We got the money. That's clear as day. We got the support system. What are we out here crying about or worried about? Because if you don't do it, you leave it open for them to do it. And then when they come in, they start doing it, they start disrespecting you. They start saying you lying. Look, where can a black person go into a sector that he ain't the dominant person in, have a voice and call a dominant people in that group a liar? You think we can go into the Jewish entertainment if there was one? I mean, because they own a lot of stuff, but I'm just saying, imagine you go into the Asian community or something like that. You go over there calling somebody a liar, and you gonna run, you know, Asian entertainment podcasts and invite their people on all day, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Man, they'll get your ass up out of there so quick and make your head swim. White folks also too, they get your ass up out of there real quick. They gonna let you know what time it is real fast. We the only group of people that let folks do that, when we got the ability to do that ourselves. And then with the money that we would get from that, we have the opportunity to clean up our group. We got the opportunity to clean up our people. We got the opportunity to hire and fire our group with the money that we get from each other. You know, like when Corey, listen, now when I get this money from Corey on this video, I'm gonna go over there. When I get my check, I'm gonna go break him off out of respect, right? That's supporting the business. We should all be supporting brother Corey Holcomb, to be real, all of us, because he's doing something special. I really believe it. This brother has a black show. He talk about the issues in the black community. He does it from an unfiltered perspective. He's funny as hell, and he give a show for the people. We should all be supporting something like that. Ain't no selling out or buffooning going on there. That's a great goddamn thing he doing. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Put you far, you subscribe to the bell. We're out.